Very good morning to you all. We have done some research about the importance of ethics among IT professionals. So we are going to present you the academic paper that we have done under that research. So we are group number 5 and I am M.B.P.Dissanayake. Here are our group members, and the structure of academic paper is like this. There is an introduction and a body and a conclusion. Under that body area, we are going to describe you the importance of ethics among IT professionals. At the introduction, I earlier said to you that we have done many research about the importance of ethics among IT professionals. Under that, we have got a result like this. And first of all, at the introduction, we are going to define you what are these ethics. Clearly, ethics is a way to decide what we have to do, the best thing to do. So that I got that definition in the Michael from Mr. Michael from the Information Ethics for the Information Age. And let's see, really ethics are not only for the IT professional but also for all of us. So ethics are very important. We can regulate all these ethics by rules and regulation by the government. We all should have ethical behavior. And let's see what is an IT professional. IT professionals are, as an example, for IT professionals, software engineer and also database administrators, network engineers, quality assurance engineers, all these are IT professions. I can define generally IT profession as an individual who work with hardware, software and personnel for processing information. And really briefly, what is the importance of ethics for IT professionals is that there are nothing in this world that without IT today. So IT is very important thing today. So since the 19th century, then the IT is growing and growing. With this growth of IT, we have to think more. We have to think the ethical background of this IT, because there are many crimes in this world using IT. So now let's see for ethics again. Really, it says that in issues in ethics, it says that ethics are not just following the law. There are laws, and people break it. But ethics, as Sri Lankans, we have a cultural behavior. They are like ethics. We should help others and we should not disturb others. These are things, ethics. Ethics are not just following the law. There are two things according to issues in ethics: the standards of right and wrong, and the rights of us. Right and wrong, we have to decide what is to do and what is not to do. What is to do is the right thing, and what is not to do is the wrong thing. And the standards related to rights are: we have the right to privacy, we have the right to talk, and there are many rights for us as human beings. So, what are the actions to preserve the ethics of IT professions? I can say that there are code of ethics or code of conduct given by professional bodies for IT, information technology. The three major professional bodies are ACM, BCS and IEEE. BCS is the British Computer Society, maintained by the UK, and ACM, Association for Computer Machinery, and IEEE, Institute for Electronic and Electrical Engineers. As I said earlier, I try to describe you about the ethics of IT professionals using this code of ethics by given these professional bodies. First of all, there are three topics. Really, there are three topics I have given in the body. What are the ethics when you are as a software engineer, and also how we have to enhance the skills and the protection of data and the human rights. So ethics and software engineering. The IT professionals, the main category is the IT software engineering. So IEEE with the ACM, they have defined some sort of practices, ethics for software engineers. In that code of ethics, they have the software engineers adhere to called 8 principles. These principles are like duty to public, profession, and sell and try an employee product, and also the judgment and the management. Let's first of all see what are these eight principles. First of all, public. Public is really as an IT professional or a software engineer, we should have the responsibility on our work. If not, there will be a risk and there will be danger. The public will be in danger. If there are any potential or actual risks for using these products like software or hardware, they have to maintain that, they have to disclose these potential risks. So really, if you as an IT professional, you should be so ethical. You should have an ethical behavior for the public, because if you didn't consider about the public, then really your organization, your professional career will be down. Client and the employee. As an IT professional that you are working in an organization, you have to think that client is the blood of an organization. Without the client or the customer, there is no organization. We get our gain, our profits from our client. So we have to give a good product for the client, and if there are any dangers using this software or the product, we have to disclose these risks and dangers and any harms for the client, because they are the people that are using our product. And also the employer, as an employee in an organization, not as an IT professional, you have some sort of ethics as an employee. You have to work hard for your employer, and we should not, I mean that you are using some sort of confidential information in your organization, but you do not have to give them away from your organization, this information, because data is very important, their confidentiality is very much important than that. And again, the product. There is a duty to use the product. Product is what we really going to deal with the client. So the product or the software should be very, very much comply with the professional standards. If you comply with these professional standards, then you can have affordable, cost-effective and high-quality product. And the judgment. Really, you are taking many technical decisions at the organization, but if you don't consider about humans, what will happen? You are working with people like clients, customer, and the government people, and the public. You all have about these all people. You have to think about the human rights. That is like judgment. Management, really management. If you have good management in your life, really you can be a successful man. Really, if someone is so successful, then really he or she has a very good management in her life. So really, SDLC or the software development life cycle, you have many phases like requirement gathering, and then the designing, development, testing, and maintenance, and delivering. All this life cycle, you should have management. Without a good management, you can't go for a good product. So if you do this thing very much, if you have good employees, then you have to give good remuneration or good salary for your employees, because they also should satisfy with their salary. Otherwise, they can't. They will not help you at management. And the profession, IT career, the profession is very much important in this world. As a software engineer, you should try to enhance your reputation of the profession. There you can promote your knowledge to the public. So if you have some sort of these ethical behavior, like management and professionally, then it will really enhance the importance of this career. And colleagues, clearly when we are working with any sort of colleagues, with our family, with our friends, we have to work with them very helpfully and as a teamwork. For that, as a team, you have to have very good be working. In your SDLC, you can software engineer will have very hard tasks, and you have to help your colleagues at all these hard tasks. Otherwise, you can't fail. As a self, overall as a self, in our lives, we always try to improve ourselves. Before trying to improve your profession, you have to improve yourself. You have to gain your knowledge and disseminate them to others also, and try to catch all the knowledge related to software engineering and try to be ethical. Once one person is so ethically behaved, then the whole world can be so ethically behaved. Next point is my enhancing skills. As in ACM, the Association of Computer Machinery, they say that disseminating and enhancing the knowledge of software engineering is very much important at enhancing skills. Really, skills not only the professional skills but also the working skills. So, if you work very much hard and try to produce efficient and accurate product, but it will not be the thing that we expect from the IT career. Apart from that, you should be more flexible and dynamic person. And if you like that, if you work flexibly and dynamically and try to add these features, flexibility and dynamic, in your product also, then you can have high quality products. After that, the protection of data and human rights. That part is very much important, because information technology is based on information. The lifeblood of information technology is information. So privacy and confidentiality are very much important features of the of IT. There are three types I try to discuss here. One is this unauthorized access. If you think that unauthorized access is like you may have and you can enter some area computer passwords, you can gain passwords and you can enter some your colleague place, but if you don't have authority or permission to do that, maybe you can, but you should not do that. That is your ethic. We can't all these regulate, we can't do all these things using rules and regulations, but you have to be ethically, morally. You should not go into places and try to get passwords using without unauthorization. So unauthorized access, here we try to catch some two very important qualities: privacy and the confidentiality. If there is no confidentiality, there is no privacy. ACM, the Association of Computer Machinery, says that IT professions are obligated to preserve the integrity of data and to prevent the accidental disclosure. If you really disclose your confidential information about your customers, their service skills into the society, what will happen? Their privacy will be going to be broken. So, apart from these ethics, there are acts really for this, to protect this privacy. Electronic Communication Privacy Act is one of that. It is to electronic violations of privacy. Then the intellectual property. Intellectual property is very valuable. It will be a work or some sort of an idea or something. So if some person did that work, the credit should go to that person. You should never get some credit for any other's work. It is your ethical behavior. If you get like that other person's work's credit, that people will not be they never will try to develop that products. And examples for these intellectual properties: copyright. There are laws for this intellectual property. They are copyrights, patents, and trade secrets. There is an act for this intellectual property also, that is Intellectual Property 1936 of 2003. In the fairness and discrimination, we all work with people in our organizations and clients, customers, employer, all these are people. So you should never discriminate. As an example, this word discriminate says that if there are females and males in an organization. If female and males are served differently, then there is the discrimination. And in America like that, there are white people and black people. If they are served according to their complexion, there will be some discrimination. Ethically, the discrimination should be prevented. And you should be, as an IT professional, you should be so fair for all the people, and you should serve all the people equal. You should never treat someone according to their race, gender, complexion, appearance, or any other differential factor. So we have come for the conclusion. Conclusion in the sense that here we describe some ethics among IT professionals. So according to these different areas like ACM and VCS and IEEE, their code of conduct, we have get an idea that people have to work very ethically. If you neglect all these things, what will happen? The IT profession is an IT career and the IT environment is very much important in this world. If you neglect all these, all your ethics as an IT professional, then IT environment will be down and it will uncover for the dangers. So, but really, the present situation is IT professionals, many IT professionals and organizations try to neglect all this ethical behavior. So it's not good, because someday we will have very much crimes over the internet and over the organizations. So for a better IT environment, we should all work using IT ethical behavior. So we are studying now, and one day we will be IT professional, software engineer, database administrator, or any other person. So we should have a good ethical behavior. Then there will be a good IT environment. So these are the reference areas. I earlier said that I got the code of conduct from IEEE and the ACM, and also I got some exposure to the ECS website also, and some labs also. So this is explanation for our research. So if you want to access our academic paper, this is our academic paper, or you can go to